G'day my beautiful people, welcome back to Pominos. If you are new around here, please drop a like, please drop a sub. It does mean the world to me. We know that that's becoming a catchphrase and I didn't want it to, but it's really hard to do an intro, you have no idea. If you are a returning Pominoser, g'day to you, it's great to have you back. And I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I thought we should expose our souls a little bit. What I wanted to talk about is, we know at the moment the club is going through a bit of discontent off the field. There's a lot of information coming from a lot of sides, people unhappy with stuff, and it's becoming a little bit too political for my liking. I'm going to be honest, I'm old school, and I wanted to talk a little bit about, I think, what really matters. And as a fan, for me, you have a financial investment in the terms of your membership, and a lot of us sign our kids up, our dogs, our chickens, and we like being part of something. And I wanted to share a little bit of my story, and hopefully when you go to the polls this week, you're going to go for the right reasons. That's my hope, and hopefully this goes to the powers that be, all the sides, and just remember why we're passionate. And I remember, I've been here now over 10 years, and I remember 2013, the this'll be fitting moment, and that was the beginning of my love affair with this club. I remember my father-in-law saying to me, "Are you going to marry my daughter? You're a good kid," and literally proposed to her on my behalf. At the kitchen table. We don't really have a romantic story about that. But that club indirectly, as a little northerner coming to a brand new country, who moved over here because he lost his pop and his nan, who were my mum and dad, and I wanted to change, and it was a little bit too hard to be home, to be honest. I never felt at home. I remember the first 2 years, they were tough here. Everything was alien. I was one of them irritating Poms who were like, oh, it's this price back home. And, kind of, we're not in Kansas anymore type mentality. But Carlton Football Club came into my life. And it made me feel at home. It is my home. I look at the wonderful things that this club has done for me. Personally, it's got me a wife. It's got me a beautiful family. Indirectly, I know it's loose, but it is a part of it. It found me a guy called Terry Degani at Blue Abroad, and I've always been outspoken, and I think one of the biggest, probably, battles I have mentally is being heard. I don't think I'm heard, and I think it's been a big frustration, probably for, I'm 35 now, probably 30 years. I've always felt like my voice probably isn't respected, isn't heard, and weird to describe. But when I met him, I got on a show where I got to speak to people like you and share my thoughts and share my hopes and dreams, and I grew as a person from that, because it blags my head when I come and check my views and people are watching me and listening to me, a Pom, talk about your beautiful game, which is now my beautiful game because I'm one of you. Because this club made me feel at home. Australia became my home through Carlton. I became a better person through Carlton. And I think the biggest thing about being a fan and doing social media is not being the voice of a fan, being the voice of one fan, and hopefully that resonates with people, and hopefully if it doesn't, it creates a discourse where we can grow together, and it's like a family. And I've made a lot of enemies in this journey. I remember when I first started and I was some fat Pom and I was the butt of the memes because of my garish jumper choices. Still a fucking good jumper as well, it's just down there. To now where people actually ask my opinions on things, and I feel sometimes like Uncle Pom. I joke about it, but it's great. It's great. This club runs in my heart. This club means so much to me. The moments of entertainment that I create for you guys and girls, whether it's me getting upset, whether it's laughing, swearing, getting angry, happy, making outlandish calls, it's all real and that's all raw. because this club does that to me. And then I look at my kids, I do the same thing with them. You know, they make me angry, they make me sad, they make me happy. It's an emotional roller coaster, and this club's something special. And I want everyone to remember, why is it special to you? Is it because you found love through it indirectly? Is it because you found part of something? Because I guarantee the answer for all of us is it gives us a connection to something that's greater than ourselves. Whether it's your dad who's no longer with us and you're with the club because he did and it makes you feel somehow drawn to him. Whether it's you don't have many friends and the one time you feel like you've got friends is with Carlton, which is how I feel sometimes. Genuinely, it's amazing, you know, particularly over COVID, how speaking to 1,500 subs about Carlton helped my mental health. It felt like I was always part of something doing these videos. And we've got to remember that. So when you go to the polls, don't vote for a loyalty. Vote for yourself. And I always tell this to my kids when they ask how I vote in the elections. You've got to vote with the selfishness at times of what you believe in. It's not who you like. It's not what you like. Change is scary. And I'm not particularly on a side because I'll tell you what I want, and that's what I want to get out of this video. I want my family to be strong. I want my family to hold a value. I want us to feel part of something, because this club, whether you see it as a business enterprise or not, is so much more than that. For some people, it's a sense of identity. It's a safe haven. It's a place to go. It's where, for a lot of people that I speak to, they tell me things about like their relationships breaking down. And going to MCG on a weekend was the one time that they were free from the shackles of life. And that's why this club is so good. Why sport is so good. It's a chance to connect. It's a chance to be part of something that's bigger than yourself. And I've always said it, I think humans are very tribal and need to be part of something. We love labels. And I think sports clubs are where it doesn't matter what race you are, what nationality, what sexuality you are, because we identify as being a Carlton fan. And that's all I see. If you're a Carlton fan, you're a brother, you're a sister, and I've made enemies along this journey. I've made lifelong friends, but I treat them all the same. They're all brothers and sisters, and it's like my own family, and I'm sure people will relate with that. There's family members that I don't particularly like, but I love them because I'm bound by something that's deeper than me. And that's the same with the club. It's the family that you choose. And I hope that doesn't get lost, because at the moment, I'm seeing a lot of things in the paper, in the media, and it's all well and good. I think we can all agree that something is not quite right in the back room and it needs changing. But my message is clear. Don't lose sight of what this club means to people. Because it's not 80,000 people, it's probably over 150,000 people. And this is a heartbeat for some people. Me personally, this is my life. This is the one tangent in life that I feel part of something. It's a broader thing for me. It's that C monogram to me means home. It means when Australia became my home. It's when Australia became my family. It's where the first time I ever felt safe, since my nan would put me in her bosom and stroke my head up till a teenager whenever I was worried about something. That's the feeling I get. It's safe. It's my people. It's been part of something. So, a bit of a soppy video for me. But what I'd love you to do is share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear your story of what does the football club mean to you? From here, the heart. Not from here, from here. Because I think you'll find that we all have a similar story. I love all of my brothers and sisters equally. There's no one that I like more than my Carlton family. Remember how great this club is and what it means to us. I never let anyone take that away from you. Pom out.